If you're over 65, I want to speak to you from the heart, gently but urgently. Every choice you make, what you eat, how you sleep, even how often you move, affects your kidneys and your heart more than you might realize. But there's one habit I see almost every day in my older patients. It seems harmless. It's something most of us do without a second thought. But over time, it quietly damages the kidneys and puts strain on the heart. And the truth is, most people don't know it's dangerous until it's too late.
I've cared for many seniors who felt fine when they came in. No symptoms, no pain, but lab results told a different story. Elevated creatinine, rising blood pressure, swollen ankles, signs of early kidney decline, sometimes even heart failure brewing beneath the surface. I've had to look people in the eye and tell them, we're running out of time. That's why I made this video, not to scare you, but to help you catch things early when you still have power to change them. Today, I'll walk you through 5 common habits that silently harm your kidneys and heart. And yes, every single one is fixable. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to know what to avoid and what to do instead. Please stay with me until the end. Habit number 1 is not only the most dangerous, it's the one I see most often. If you're ready to protect your kidneys, your heart, and your future, let's begin together. Habit number 5. Ignoring thirst, the silent stress on your kidneys and heart. At first glance, forgetting to drink water might seem harmless. After all, many older adults will say, "I'm just not thirsty," or "I don't want to be running to the bathroom all day." These thoughts are understandable, but what if I told you that this one quiet habit, barely noticeable, often unintentional, might be silently placing tremendous pressure on your kidneys and even your heart? As we age, the body's ability to sense thirst naturally declines. By the time you feel thirsty, your body may already be running low on fluids. You might not even notice the early signs: fatigue, a slight headache, or feeling off. But inside, your kidneys are struggling. Your kidneys rely on steady blood flow to filter out waste and excess fluid. When you don't drink enough water, your blood becomes thicker and harder to move through the delicate vessels of the kidneys. This forces your heart to work harder, and over time can cause blood pressure to rise, toxins to build up, and kidney function to gradually decline. According to Harvard Health Publishing, mild long-term dehydration is a known contributor to chronic kidney disease, especially in older adults. Many seniors intentionally cut back on fluids to avoid frequent trips to the bathroom, especially at night. This is a real concern, and I want to honor that. But dehydration during the day shouldn't be the trade-off. The key lies in how and when you hydrate. A gentle, kidney-friendly routine might look like this. Begin your day with half a glass of water before breakfast. Sip small amounts, just a few ounces, every 2 to 3 hours. Avoid large amounts of fluid after 7 p.m. to reduce nighttime urination. Even if you only add 2 extra glasses of water throughout your day, the benefit to your kidneys can be meaningful. In a study published by the Scandinavian Journal of Primary Healthcare, seniors who maintained even moderate daily hydration had significantly better GFR, glomerular filtration rate, a key indicator of kidney health, compared to those who drank less than 4 cups a day. Let me tell you about Ruth, a 77-year-old patient of mine. She lived alone, was sharp as a tack, and told me she rarely drank water. "I just don't think about it," she said. Her blood work, however, told a different story: early signs of kidney strain. We didn't overhaul her life. Instead, we introduced a small timer on her phone to remind her to sip half a cup of water every 2 hours. Not a jug, not a full glass, just a few ounces. Within 3 months, her kidney numbers improved. But more importantly, she said she felt lighter, clearer, and the swelling in her ankles lessened. "I didn't know how much my body was asking for water until I gave it," she said. Isn't too much water dangerous? Yes, and this point deserves clarity. For patients with advanced kidney failure or those on dialysis, fluid intake often must be limited. But for most older adults, especially those not under fluid restriction, gradual, consistent hydration is one of the simplest ways to protect the kidneys and help the heart. Before we move on, I'd love to hear from you. If you often forget to drink water or you know you're not drinking enough, comment 1 below. And if you've already made it a habit to stay well hydrated throughout the day, comment 0. Now, let's talk about something that might be hiding in your kitchen, silently raising your blood pressure and straining both your heart and kidneys. Habit number 4. Eating too much salt. Salt is one of those things we all grew up with. A pinch here, a sprinkle there. It adds flavor, brings out the taste in our favorite dishes, and makes food feel comforting. But today, I want to talk about what too much salt, especially the kind you don't even realize you're eating, can quietly do to your kidneys and your heart. What happens when there's too much salt in the body? When you eat salty food, your body holds on to extra water to balance things out. That extra fluid increases the pressure inside your blood vessels, something your heart has to fight against every day. Over time, this raised pressure can wear down the tiny filters in your kidneys, leading to fluid retention, swelling, and eventually kidney strain. Your heart, already working hard, begins to tire too. According to a long-term study from Johns Hopkins, people over 65 who consistently consumed more than 2,000 milligrams of sodium daily had a 35% higher risk of both kidney disease and congestive heart failure, even if they weren't adding salt at the table. Why? Because most of the salt we consume doesn't come from the salt shaker. It's already hiding in the foods we buy. But I don't add much salt. This is something I hear often. Doctor, I barely use any salt. I haven't salted my eggs in years. And that's likely true. But what many seniors don't realize is how much sodium is packed into everyday items, even ones that don't taste salty. Bread, canned soups, pickles, sauces, deli meats, salad dressings, cheese, even frozen meals, they all often contain high amounts of hidden sodium. A single cup of canned chicken soup can have over 800 milligrams of sodium. That's more than half of what an older adult should consume in an entire day. John, a 75-year-old widower, told me proudly that he eats light, just a turkey sandwich, maybe some crackers, and a small frozen dinner. When we added it all up, his daily sodium intake was nearly 3,000 milligrams, and he never picked up a salt shaker once. When we switched his routine, choosing low-sodium bread, fresh turkey slices, and a homemade soup made with herbs, his blood pressure dropped within weeks. I didn't know salt could sneak in like that, he told me. I thought I was eating healthy. You don't have to become a nutritionist to reduce your sodium. Here are a few gentle, effective changes you can start right now. Read food labels. Look for sodium in the nutrition facts. A good target is under 140 milligrams per serving. 1. Choose low sodium or no salt added products, especially for canned goods, broths, and sauces. 2. Cook more at home when you can. Even simple meals like rice with vegetables or a baked potato with herbs give you more control. 3. Use flavor alternatives. Try garlic, onion, lemon juice, rosemary, or parsley to add taste without salt. 4. Rinse canned vegetables or beans. This can remove up to 40% of the sodium content. These are not expensive changes. In fact, most of them are cheaper and healthier in the long run. But isn't salt necessary? Yes, our bodies need a little salt, but the amount we need is far less than what most people eat. The American Heart Association recommends no more than 1,500 milligrams per day for older adults, less than a teaspoon total. And that may have been true in your 40s and 50s, but the kidneys age too. After 60, they're not as efficient. The same amount of salt now does more damage than it used to. Your body has changed. Your habits can too. Next, habit number 3, taking over-the-counter pain pills too often. Pain is part of life, especially in our later years. Aching knees, stiff hands, sore backs, these discomforts can creep in like unwelcome guests, uninvited but persistent. And when pain becomes part of the daily routine, reaching for a quick solution feels natural. For many older adults, that solution comes in the form of common pain relievers like ibuprofen or naproxen. You might know them as Advil, Motrin, or Aleve. They're easy to buy, work quickly, and seem harmless enough. After all, they're sold without a prescription. But today, I want to gently open your eyes to the quiet danger these pills may pose to your kidneys and your heart, especially when used often and without guidance. Why these pills can hurt more than help. These medications belong to a group called anti-inflammatories, and while they can reduce swelling and discomfort, they also reduce the flow of blood to your kidneys. When your kidneys don't get enough blood, they struggle to filter waste and balance your body's fluids. This can raise your creatinine levels, a signal of kidney stress. But today, I want to gently open your eyes to the quiet danger these pills may pose to your kidneys and your heart, especially when used often and without guidance. Why these pills can hurt more than help. These medications belong to a group called anti-inflammatories, and while they can reduce swelling and discomfort, they also reduce the flow of blood to your kidneys. When your kidneys don't get enough blood, they struggle to filter waste and balance your body's fluids. This can raise your creatinine levels, a signal of kidney stress. A sore back after gardening, a dull knee pain before sleep, a headache on a cloudy morning. It adds up, especially when taken without water, on an empty stomach, or alongside blood pressure medication. George, 71, was a retired firefighter. He took pride in staying active, but years of joint pain led him to take ibuprofen almost every morning just to get moving. He never complained, but his lab results began to shift, first subtle, then alarming. His kidney function declined, and his doctor warned that one more heat wave or dehydration spell could push him into kidney failure. We made a plan. George switched to a combination of gentle stretching, warm compresses, and, only when truly needed, acetaminophen, which is easier on the kidneys when taken as directed. 6 months later, his numbers improved, and, more importantly, he felt like he was back in control of his health. "I didn't realize those pills were part of the problem," he said. "I thought I was helping myself." You don't have to live in constant discomfort, and you don't have to risk your kidneys to feel better. Here are a few kidney-friendly approaches you can try. 1. Use acetaminophen for mild pain, if your doctor agrees. It's gentler on the kidneys when used properly. 2. Apply warm or cold compresses, depending on the area and type of pain. 3. Stretch gently in the morning and before bed. Even 5 minutes of movement can ease tension. 4. Use supportive footwear to relieve back and knee pressure. Try turmeric tea or natural anti-inflammatory foods like berries, leafy greens, or omega-3s from fish. 5. Talk to your doctor before using any over-the-counter pain relievers regularly. Even small shifts in routine can give your body the relief it needs without harming the organs that keep you alive. Habit number 2. Eating too much protein. In recent years, many of us have been told that eating more protein is the key to staying strong as we age. You may have heard phrases like, "protein builds muscle," or "you need more protein to stay energized." And while protein is important, especially after 60, there's a part of the story that doesn't get told enough. What too much protein can do to your kidneys, especially when those kidneys are already working a little harder than they used to. When you eat protein, whether from meat, fish, eggs, or beans, your body breaks it down. That process creates waste that must be filtered out of the blood. And guess who takes on that job? Your kidneys. Now, imagine those kidneys are already a bit tired, maybe from years of high blood pressure or blood sugar.
Giving them excessive protein, especially from heavy red meats, can feel like adding weight to someone already carrying too much. A study from Johns Hopkins University showed that high protein intake in older adults with early kidney decline accelerated the drop in kidney function, especially when most of that protein came from red meat. You may not feel anything at first, but your lab work might start to shift. Your creatinine level may rise. You may notice a little more fatigue or swelling in the legs. This isn't about stopping protein. It's about finding the right balance. But what if I'm trying to stay strong? That's a very real concern. Many seniors want to maintain muscle, improve balance, and avoid frailty. And yes, your body does need protein to support strength. But the kind of protein and how much of it you eat at once matters. Let me tell you about Nancy, age 78. She had started following a high-protein diet she saw on TV. Steak for dinner, protein shakes twice a day, eggs with bacon every morning. She felt strong at first, until she noticed swelling in her ankles, and her lab results showed a drop in kidney performance. We didn't tell Nancy to cut all protein. We helped her make thoughtful swaps: fish instead of steak, eggs without bacon, and just one protein shake a day instead of two. 3 months later, her kidney marker stabilized, and she said, "I still feel strong, but now I also feel safe." Here are a few simple steps you can take right away. 1. Balance your plate. Think of protein as a side, not the star. Fill most of your plate with colorful vegetables or whole grains. 2. Try fish twice a week. Salmon, trout, or sardines are easier for your kidneys and support your heart too. 3. Choose eggs, tofu, or lentils. These offer quality protein without the heavy breakdown load of red meat. 2. Cut back slowly on red meat. If you eat it 5 times a week, try 3. If you eat large portions, try palm-sized. 5. Watch the shakes. Protein powders may be too concentrated for aging kidneys. Ask your doctor before using them daily. These choices are simple, affordable, and don't require fancy cooking or expensive ingredients. Habit number 1. Drinking soda or sweetened drinks every day. There's something comforting about a cold glass of soda. The fizz, the sweetness, the familiarity, it feels like a little treat, a way to enjoy the moment or get a quick pick-me-up in the afternoon. But here's the gentle truth I want to share with you today. What feels like comfort in the moment may quietly wear down your kidneys, your heart, and even your bones over time, especially if it's happening every day. What soda and sweet drinks are really doing inside your body? Most sodas, especially dark colas, contain added sugars and phosphates along with caffeine and chemical preservatives. The sugar leads to blood sugar spikes, which over time raise your risk of diabetes, a leading cause of kidney damage. The phosphates, though less talked about, are even more troubling. They're added to give soda its sharp flavor and long shelf life, but they can pull calcium out of your bones and strain your kidneys, contributing to kidney stones and long-term kidney stress. A 20-year study from Harvard School of Public Health found that people who drank 1 or more sugar-sweetened drinks per day had a significantly higher risk of developing chronic kidney disease, even if they didn't have diabetes to begin with. And in older adults, these risks rise even faster, especially if they already have high blood pressure or early signs of kidney trouble. But what if I only drink 1 can a day? I've heard this many times. It's just 1 a day, doc. I don't smoke. I don't drink alcohol. I deserve this little thing. And I agree, you do deserve joy. But my invitation is this. Can that joy come in a way that doesn't hurt your body in the long run? The problem with just 1 is that for many people, it's every day, over years and decades. That adds up, not just in sugar, but in stress on your organs. Over time, that small treat can lead to weight gain, blood sugar spikes, heart strain, and kidney damage. A real story: Sam's afternoon routine. Sam, 72, used to have a can of cola with lunch every single day. He wasn't overweight, he was fairly active, and he thought he was doing just fine. But over time, he started to feel more tired, had cramping in his legs and swelling in his ankles. Blood tests showed early kidney decline. We didn't ask him to give up everything, just that one soda. He switched to iced herbal tea with lemon. He still enjoyed something cold and flavorful, but without the added sugar or phosphates. 6 months later, his kidney numbers improved, and more importantly, he felt better. "I thought it would be hard," Sam said, "but I actually look forward to my tea now. I didn't know how much the soda was dragging me down." Here are a few easy swaps that are just as satisfying, but a lot gentler on your kidneys and heart. 1. Chilled water with lemon or cucumber, refreshing and cleansing. 2. Unsweetened herbal teas. Try mint, chamomile, or ginger for a pleasant change. 3. Diluted fruit juice. 1 part juice to 2 parts water. Just enough flavor without the sugar rush. 4. Sparkling water with a splash of citrus. Keeps the fizz without the damage. 5. Homemade iced green tea with a slice of orange or apple. Naturally rich in antioxidants. These drinks are easy to make, inexpensive, and can become part of a routine you enjoy, not just endure. Your kidneys and heart have been working quietly for you every hour, every day, for decades. Now is the time to give back. Even one small change in your daily habits can protect these vital organs and help you live with strength, clarity, and peace. You don't need perfection, just steady care. If this video helped you, please share it with someone you love. And if you'd like more simple, doctor-backed advice every week, don't forget to subscribe. Your future health begins with the choices you make today. Let's keep your heart and kidneys strong, together.